Hey there, Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Water. Here we're going to talk today about that full moon that's happening in Aquarius. That's a fellow Earth sign for you. It's the second one that we've had in a row. In your house of fun and romance. What's going on? So that first time we had that full moon was on July 28th at 1 degree of Aquarius, and now we're having the one at 29 degrees. And so what did you identify around areas of relationships in your life that you were looking at? You're like, okay, I need to change this. I want to work on that. And you've been working at it over the course of the last 4 weeks. And then you had that energy of Leo new moon saying, hey, you know, you're valuable and you're worth something too. So let's just check and see what Spirit has to say. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. And they have to say a lot. Let's take a look at this. While I'm pulling out the rest of these cards here, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. It really matters on YouTube. When you hit that thumbs up, it's just simply saying that you support my time and my energy. You don't have to agree with the messages. And if you would like to subscribe and hit the notification bell, you can be notified when I upload. The subscription it's free. There's no charge for that. So, wow, you have so much. Okay, this looks good though. Let's get into it. Looks really good. Okay, so what you have here is you got action. Oh, there's so many places. I'm going to have so many cards. Let's create some space for them. You have action. So, it says, now is the perfect time to act, take inspired action towards your goals and your dreams. You have sanctuary, though. So this is following your intuition and understanding that you're getting information and downloads from Spirit to lead you and to guide you into the appropriate action to take. Not just running full tilt trying to create something, but actually taking the time to get the information, because we have rebirth and strength. So rebirth is about reinventing yourself. It's about giving yourself the opportunity to blossom, to grow, to flower, and you have strength. This challenge will make you stronger. You will get through to the other side. Look for the gifts of the situation. And so what this is basically seeing to me is that, you know, there might be a need for many of you, not all, of course, to end a relationship, a situation. It could be a partnership. It could be a friends group, because not all of you are going to have this happening in your it depends. If you are a Libra rising, then it is your 7th house. It is your 5th house. But if you are a Libra sun or a Libra moon, then this could be happening anywhere else. So where in your life have you been having to meditate, to think about, to pull in the information, to feel the guidance in order to take an action that will allow you to recreate, to reinvent, to become somebody new in your own life? Where are you going to make the changes? Because who you are is a reflection out into the world, and you will draw and attract. Hold on. Sorry about that, but I have to have the window open. It's really hot. Where are you going to draw and attract to you those that be in a relationship the way that you want others to be in a relationship with you? And so they'll reflect it back to you because you have affinity. And affinity means the like attracts like. That the way that you act, the choices that you make, the way you approach something or a relationship or someone, the way you value yourself is how others will value you. So if you're negative talking about yourself, then you're going to attract people who think negative things about you. But if you understand, as that new moon in Leo was trying to teach you, that you have great value and that you are worthy of a great relationship, that's when you start attracting in that kind of energy. Because with this comes commitment and celebration. And so I think there's an opportunity here for you if you create space by releasing and letting go of the relationships that don't work for you. You can draw in and attract into your sphere the kind of energy that you want, the affinity for the good stuff that you're looking for. And that's beautiful and that's wonderful. This full moon, though, is called the patience moon for a reason. Okay, it's the patience moon, which means that it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. What could happen overnight is the decision to choose you, to do what's best for you, to focus on what you need to become and to bring in what you want. And what you focus on is what you're going to attract. So this new moon happens on the 22nd at 8:02 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time in the U.S. And it is conjunct Jupiter. So your ideas, your hopes, your goals, your dreams, what you're trying to create is expanded. And it is supported by Saturn trining Venus at the same time. So this is good, healthy boundaries. And Venus is now in your sign, Libra. And so how do you create healthy boundaries around relationships that reflect to you the values that you feel for yourself and what it is that you want in a relationship? And that is all being highlighted and supported by, at the same time, you've got Mercury conjunct Mars in Virgo at the time of this full moon. So it's about communicating to yourself, taking the appropriate actions to create the safe and healthy boundaries for yourself. It may be that you need to communicate them to other people, but you certainly need to be honest and truthful and upfront with yourself about what is your deep desire, what are you valuing about yourself, and what is it that you're trying to create for yourself. Minutes afterwards, and by minutes I mean 41 minutes after that full moon, the moon is going to move into Pisces. And when the moon moves into Pisces, it is an opportunity to reconnect with your intuition, and it's going to be this logic versus intuition in the decision-making process over what you value. And the sun is going to move into Virgo just a few hours later at 5:35 p.m. This card has come up so many times. It is take note. It is take note. Your answers are being given to you. Quieting external voices and excessive noise will give you the chance to hear what is being offered. You are being encouraged to find that quiet space to meditate, to do the self-reflection on what it is that's going to bring the balance. The superpower of Libra, right? To bring the balance into your life. This thing that you're desiring, the balance, the love. The answers are there. You just have to listen, notice, feel what you feel. This is about being authentically truthful with yourself. Okay, so we have Prometheus. This is not the first time he's shown up either. So when the moon moves through Pisces, it is going to conjunct with Neptune, and it is going to oppose Mercury, and then Mercury is going to oppose Neptune. And so there is this energy around intuition, dreams, paying attention. So really paying attention to the dreams while you're awake, the dreams while you're sleeping, over the course of the first couple of days of this week. And then on Tuesday afternoon at 2:57 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, the moon is going to move into Aries. And this is about that checking in with where the safe, healthy boundaries are, that Saturn trine Venus energy, because we have Prometheus. And Prometheus brought fire. Prometheus looked around and said, humans need fire to exist. And Zeus was so mad that now the humans had fire and they could create too, that he banished Prometheus and hung him upside down, and he lets eagles peck at his liver every day. It's a horrible thing. There is a sacrifice that has to be made in order to do what you know is the right thing. The thing that allows you to create the life that you want, the love that you want. A sacrifice has to be made. It could be the sacrifice of your ego, admitting you were wrong, making some choices. It could be the sacrifice of a current relationship that you know isn't working. It could be the sacrifice of, I am working too much and there's not enough time in my life. I don't have the time and the space to have a relationship. So where do I need to cut back to create this opportunity, to bring in the pleasure, to enjoy the beauty in life? There's a need for a perspective change here, to really look at things a little bit differently and say, okay, where is it that I need to make an adjustment in order to bring in what it is that I really want? Taurus, the moon gets into Taurus at 12:27 a.m. on Friday, And when that happens, this is about grounding. This is about pulling those ideas out of the ethers and planting the seeds of intention. Using the wisdom and the knowledge that you've gained through experience to make the right moves, and remembering how resilient you are. When you cut something out, when you make the sacrifice, you allow for something to grow back stronger, more verdant, more resilient. It's like when you cut back the roses after the winter, and the parts that are dead, and then you cut them back, it allows for new growth and more blooms and a much better, healthier rose bush. So you have, and this card has shown up many times also, visualize abundance in all forms. This is very fertile ground. This is that pulling that idea out of the ethers and planting the seeds of intention, being very sure about what it is that you want. Maybe not how to get there, but what it is that the end game is. I want a strong, healthy relationship where I feel loved and respected, and where I love and respect my partner. That is a vision. That isn't a person in particular, right? That is the energy of what you want the relationship to be like. There's an opportunity on Saturday when when the moon conjuncts, first it will conjunct Uranus. Download, insights, sudden inspiration, and then just a few hours later, it's going to sextile with Neptune. Neptune is the planet of intuition. So really listening, really tapping into your higher self. And so if you can find some quiet space on Saturday and do a little journaling, write down your thoughts, write down what it is you're trying to manifest, and see what you channel through from your higher self. I have power, and it is real. I have power, and it is real. Great mantra for this week. You have the power to create. And I am curious about my true nature. I seek to understand myself. This is that taking the time for the meditation. This is taking the time to get really honest with who you are, what it is you truly want, what is your greatest desire, what are you trying to rebirth. You have power, you have strength to rebirth, to create the life that you want. Take note, journal, right? But I am curious about my true nature, and I seek to understand myself. Take note of who you are, take note of what you feel, take note of what your dreams are, what your likes, your dislikes are. Get really honest with yourself. This is not a time to not to be completely 100% honest with what it is that you want and what it is that you desire. On Sunday afternoon, the moon is going to move into Gemini, and then Mercury at that time will move into Libra by the end of the day. First thing Monday morning. We will talk about that more next week, but this is energy that really supports you being able to creatively think what it is that you need to do. This week, it's about feeling it. Next week will be about thinking. Next week will be the problem-solving aspect. But this week, we're really trying to focus in on and know what it is that you want. Be really honest with yourself about what you think and what you feel. All right, Libra? All right, I will see you back here next week. We'll continue the conversation and see what else there is for you to do to help develop along this pathway. I'm really excited about this. We'll be meeting once a week for the weekly astrology, and I will do a monthly reading for every sign, and I will be putting out a video in the next week or so where I have some other ways that we can connect, and I will get more into the details of that. So until then, you guys take really good care, get really honest with yourself, and know in your heart of hearts, you can do this. You can create and manifest the life that you truly want, right? We'll talk soon.